Congratulations, Jim.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, we got quite
Been a good run.
That's been a good run. So, we have a party for you to join. We have a party for you to join.
Well, thank you. That's very thoughtful of everyone.
Any words of wisdom on 41 years of teaching accounting?
I think I used them all up. Whatever word of wisdom I had.
Yeah. Well, we got worried today that you were going to let your students out early.
Yeah. 2 minutes early.
I'll just give Jim a quick public thank you, Jim. I hold a lot of admiration for my buddy Jim here, because back when we needed a prof about 7, 8 years ago, Jim just called me up. He knew I was interested. He called me up, and Mary and the rest, you know, Paul knew me, but most of the profs didn't know me, and Jim just kind of gave a recommendation, let's hire this guy. If it hadn't been for Jim, I probably wouldn't be here right now, and it's been one of the most important changes in my life, so I really appreciate that, Jim, you taking the chance, and one of the best things you did for me, so thank you. So I'll try to keep your legacy going.
Well, that's not the way I remember it. I didn't call you, you called me.
That sounds right.
I came here 34 and a half years ago, and Jim O'Meara invited me to a poker game. And we played poker every month on the first Friday of the month. Catholics of a certain age know about First Fridays. And I've been playing poker on the first Friday of the month for 34 and a half years because of this man right here. And I can't say it changed my life as much as it did for some people, but it's been a great addition and a wonderful friend. I'm really been privileged to get to know you.
Thank you.
And did you make money or lose money? Yes. And Jim, my congratulations as well.
Thank you, Mary.
You also were instrumental in getting me here. I kept driving by campus and I stopped in one day and you said, no, we could take a chance on you. And so I really appreciate that as well.
It turned out to be very...
And then you suckered me into being department chair.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told Rita Canizo. I said, if we get married again, I'm sure she'll be department chair.
Jim and I met each other 41 years ago, teaching at a little place down the road called St. Cloud State. After 3 years, Jim came out here, and about a year later, he said, maybe you'd like to come out here and give it a try. So I decided I'd come out here and try it for 2 years. It's been a wonderful relationship being out here, Jim, and working with you.
Well, thank you, Paul.
Congratulations on all your teaching.
Jim. Jim hired me almost 32 years ago and regrets it. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, I definitely remember.
I do too. I do too. I think you were smoking a cigarette when I came in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, I like this place.
Yeah, I remember the mimeograph machine.
Oh, the dittos.
Yeah. I'm sure most of the students don't know what a mimeograph machine is, but back in the dark ages, we didn't have
Copiers.
yeah, the copying machine that just made it easy to make copies. In this case, you had to, somebody had to type it up, and that's where Sue came in. She typed up all of the exams and then had to run off the copies on the mimeograph machine that you had to
Purple
put
print.
in.
That you go, ooh, this is...
Yeah, you've seen the Iraqis and the Afghans that show when they voted with a purple thumb. Well, Sue had purple hands.
Yes. Yes. And my typewriter, the electric typewriter, that little one I'd plug in and it would start humming loud, so I'd whap it on the side and then it would stop. It was very interesting.
Yes.
And I've loved every minute of it. Thank you, Jim, for hiring me.
Yes. Well, that does remind me. I do want to acknowledge two people, just simply because of the longevity. My friend Paul, we started teaching together, as you indicated, at St. Cloud State in 1971. Ooh.
And I'm only 29, so.
How that happened. But Paul and I have not only taught together for every one of those years except one, but we've fished together, hunted together, canoed together, camped together in the Boundary Waters. In fact, one of my favorite memories is that at the end of the spring semester one year, Paul picked me up as I walked out of my final exam. And that was on a Friday. And I took the exams with me, and Paul was driving, and I corrected the exams on the way up to the Boundary Waters. And when we got into the Boundary Waters on Saturday, and got far enough in where we set up our camp, on Sunday morning at about 2 o'clock, when we knew that graduation was going on and we were supposed to be there. We were sitting on a rock with a fishing line in the water trying to catch our dinner.
And I think the walleyes were biting that
Yeah,
afternoon too.
I don't think we went hungry.
No, we didn't.
And the second person I want to acknowledge is Sue, because Sue has been here with us for so long and has done so many things for the department and for me personally in terms of whatever projects that I asked her to do. It's always been kind of a joke between us that I would come into her office with a little project at about 3:45 because she gets off at 4. And Judy has always encouraged me to do that. And besides the intermediate lengths of time for other faculty and friends, I do want to acknowledge some of the new faculty that are here now. Mary Jefferson, Vaz, Bob Bell, all three of whom were my students in the past.
Ooh.
It's nice to see them here.
And we passed.
Janine and
Michelle's back here.
oh, Michelle, yes, Michelle. Sorry, Michelle.
Steve's in the corner.
Steve, was right next door to you. It's nice to see the new people come in with fresh ideas, new ways of doing things. One of the things that I guess longevity tends to produce is that you don't make a whole lot of changes sometimes.
You mean like overhead?
Right.
How do those work?
So thank you all. I appreciate it.
Let's eat cake.
Let's eat cake.
Okay.
I think we'll just carry it back on there.
Is that the right formula? Look good?
Yeah, no.
I think it would work.
Finding my actual product,
Yeah,
minus
yeah.
Jim.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna go to my office now.
Cheesecake, Paul. Cheesecake.
Oh, you guys are too. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thanks for your kindness too.